Hey, my dear friends, this is your favorite Slavic friend, and today I'm talking about the healthiest way to date men. And I'm telling this to educated women in their late 20s, early 30s, even 40s. This can work for anyone, but you have to follow this set of rules that I learned from my mentor, and I paid a lot of money, went to a lot of therapy, a lot of year of unexperienced dating. So I'm 28, soon to be 29, and I've been dating since like my 20s, 20 years of age. And it was a long journey. It was not fun. I tried to do it by myself for the most part. It cost me a lot. It cost me therapy session, a bad breakup, a lot of trauma, but it brought me here today, where I invested thousands and thousands and tens of thousands euros within my education, becoming a life coach. And I healed my attachment style. I talked in my last video about it, how to heal your anxiety attachment style or avoidant. It works for all of it, and I'm the living breathing proof. How did I heal it, and how to date most healthy way is to, drum rolls please, have the rotation of men. Now, I learned from my mentors. Nobody ever taught me about this. This is very kind of like old school dating. There is no sex involved in having the rotation of men, dating multiple men at the same time. Because I did have sex. I had one night stands. Oh, it is the worst story ever. It is the worst story. I couldn't even, one night I decided I wanted to experience the one night stand. So I went out with my friend drinking a few years ago, and that was my end goal for the night. So I'm like all dolled up ready, and then I met a guy. I was like, this is him. I was like, yeah, we're doing this right. And I brought him home, which is so dangerous, and he was so drunk that we couldn't even do nothing. So we did it the next time, and it was not good at all. And then I was left with UTIs. So since then I was like, I'm never doing this ever again. And I left his place like at 6 a.m. running home and crying. So hopefully you've been here. I got you, girl. Like, I know it's rough dating these days, or I hope I will prevent you from making these mistakes. But having sex with men you don't know, not that you can only get UTIs and sexual diseases, but they rob you of your femininity, of your feminine energy. They mess up, even giving a kiss to a strange man, his saliva can mess up your gut biome. Disgusting. Disgusting. Who knows whose lips, where his lips were at. So after trying it all, literally trying it all, being a girlfriend hundreds and hundreds of times, and dating, and I tried it, so I was open-minded. This is why I tried it all, because I'm open-minded and I'm ready to try, ready to experience the life and experiment. And after years, I'm bringing you this experience so you don't have to do it. And I was open to try dating. So I'm dating for marriage now at this point of my life because I'm ready. But I was also very excited to try and open to try rotational dating. What is that? So you want to date with multiple men. Rotation is not one man. You don't have sex with them, and by having the end goal, which for me is marriage, for you it can be a relationship. I just don't believe it's a relationship at this point of my life, but you do you, girl. I did me for so long, so I'm not one to judge. Having the end goal in mind and having your standards, meaning what does it take for a person for me to say yes to being with this man, reaching the end goal. I hate this lighting. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. For me to reaching the end goal, to saying yes to this particular man, having those standards is very important. One second. I almost lost my voice there. I recorded another video before this. So having the end goal in mind, your standards, and dating multiple men. Why is it the healthiest? Because it helps you realize what you want. My love list, my standard list changed. The first one I made was maybe like 3.5 years ago, and it changed so many times. Because 3.5 years ago, even like 8 years ago when I started dating, I wanted totally different things. And you as a woman are constantly changing and developing, and your list will with you if you have the list. If you do not have the list, you'll be lost. So my experience of today's date is that it's normal to have the front runner, somebody who you really connect with, one man who you really connect with. But it's also important to have more, like 2 or 3 other men in the rotation. Why? Because we women, and let me know if you're the same, if you really like somebody, you start imagining the future with them and your future children, waking up beside this man and him being your husband at your wedding. All those like Disney fairy tales, movies, Hollywood movies, what they were telling us, we start imagining that as a woman. How to stop yourself from overthinking about the man, imagining the future who is not there, and starting to miss the red flags is by having more men to date without having a sex until you're 100% sure that that particular man is the right man and he offers you all the things you want and you deserve. So, a fun story. I have the front runner. He's a French guy with French accent. Oh la la. I love French accent, and which one? German accent. I'm like, when I hear German and French accent, I'm like, make me children, please. I do not have sex in last almost 2 years, so bear with me. With a man, just with myself. So anyways, so this French guy, I'm texting him. I do not recommend this. Do not. Okay, so maybe this is not the best way to tell you this, but I've been texting him for maybe 2 months, 3 months. And when you start dating, I've been doing this for a long time. So it's okay for me to break the rules because I know the rules. But when you first start parallel dating, what is it? Rotational dating or any kind of dating, do not be in an imaginary relationship with online. No excuses. Trust me, no excuses. No excuses. Even sometimes I am concerned for my own sanity. But I can handle this. So I am okay. I'm great. So I went on a date today with Irishmen. I live in Ireland. And this was our second date. First date, I did not feel that connection, that attraction, which is a good thing. And he was very nice, polite. He was very flirtatious. I was not sure about that. And this date, he treated me like a queen. Whatever I wanted, he got me. I did not even have to say I want this. He got it. And he's like, this is for you and this is for you. You're gonna bring this home. And this like did not happen to me yet. I was like we went to the shop to get some coffee and sweets, and he got so many sweets. Anything that I would say I would like, he took it. I was like, okay. And he paid for all of it, and then he's like, oh, this is for you. He bought me like lemon jam because I said to him, I was like, oh, I never tried it. It must be so good. There was the only one jar left. And he's like, and he grabbed it. I was like, okay. And then he's like, this is for you. I was like, oh my God, this is so sweet. So why do we rotational date? Because we have new experiences that we put in our standards, in our love standards. So before this never happened to me before, that I would just get whatever I put my eyes on. And I got some pretty good things, loads of flowers, gifts, a lot of things. But this never happened to me, that I will literally just look at it and he will get it for me just to make me happy. And this was a new experience, and you bet that this is gonna be a new standard for me. Doesn't have to go in my love list because it's not that important, but this brings our self-value up as a woman. I had the man travel from Germany to meet me. And what did this make me? I was open to that. And what does this transform my brain forever? Because any man that lives maybe even 20 minutes away, that cannot organize the date or taking time to organize the date, I'm like, goodbye. This man that traveled across the Europe to meet me changed my standards and expectations for me forever. Not just because I need this to happen or I'm entitled, but because if one man can do this for me, what is stopping you, sir? It just means that you're not interested enough. Or it just means that we're not looking for the same thing. Or it just means you can't see my worth. And that's okay. I had these rest 3 men that does so. In case you will buy. So this is the healthiest way to date. It helps you realize who you are, what you need, and what men are capable of doing. And as my mentor said, me and Irfan, this is the cheapest therapy. The cheapest way, the cheapest type of therapy the woman can get, rotational date. And when you date multiple men, what one man do does not affect your whole world because he's only one of 3. Instead of when you date only one man, he's the only man in your world, and his actions will affect all few areas of your life. So think about it, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye.